Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Wiki 5 Deluxe Edition. In this episode, I've got some somewhat kind of a little bit important news kind of things to talk about, which they're really weird explanations. Kind of weird, not really weird, but kind of odd, or not odd. It's, I don't know how to describe it, not funny. It's just something I do, in case you haven't already noticed, where I just sort of add a bunch of, well, maybe sort of, kind of, sort of adjectives, or whatever types of words those are, to whatever I'm saying, which, you know, I've already started this level right now, and I still am kind of still talking about my initial first thought. Anyways, the news type thing that I was talking about, well, one, kind of a recap, I didn't post a viewer challenge because I'm really bad at that. I'm really bad at remembering to record a viewer challenge, even though I keep saying, yeah, I'll do it this weekend, and then I don't do it. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, there was a reason, so this weekend I'll do it. And then the next Tuesday, I was like, no, I'm just lazy and not very good at doing things I say I'm going to do. So anyways, yeah, no real reason why I didn't, just I didn't plan for it, which for some reason, you would think I would be better at that by now, but I'm not. No viewer challenge. I think I might just, like, tell you now that I'm probably not going to do a viewer challenge for a while. Not because I don't want to or anything, just because I'm really bad at planning when I'm going to actually record the episode. Which I really shouldn't be, because I have plenty of time. But aside from that, I didn't post on Monday last week, I think, because of being busy or whatever. Or family being over, and I didn't post one this Monday because, again, family stayed over longer than I thought they would, and didn't record and all that stuff. So, kind of to keep myself somewhat on schedule, even though I'm technically a week behind, kind of, I'm only going to post this Wednesday for Bloons Wiki 5, kind of for my own OCD personal reasons, but then slightly also because I do want to get a bunch of videos ready for March, and get March pretty much like all pre-uploaded. It's probably only like half pre-uploaded, or less than half, but I'd still really like to work on that more without having to worry about posting anything right now. So I might even miss the first week of Bloons Wiki 5 Deluxe Edition. And if I do end up missing like the first week of Bloons Wiki 5 Deluxe Edition, then I'll make that following week all viewer challenges. So hopefully that'll work out somehow, but hopefully you'll be okay with what I do start posting in March. March will be a week, or not a week, a month, where I post a lot of content, hopefully, if all goes to plan. Oh man, I feel out of breath, because I haven't recorded in a while, so I'm out of practice with the whole talking thing. But anyways, I'm going to sell that, and yeah, I'm going to keep it sold, or buy another one, or yeah, I'll replace it. But anyways, where's the thing? I'm going to be posting a lot of content in March, so, well, I guess this doesn't really apply to the people that I'm going to be saying it to, but if you're one of the people that would watch some of my videos, but you don't like subscribing because I fill up your subscription feed or something, then I suppose that doesn't apply to you. But for the people that are subscribed but they don't like having a really cluttered subscription feed, you might want to like unsubscribe from me for this March month, or at least part of it, just because I am going to be posting a lot of videos. So then you could just like check back on the website or on the channel or whatever, like every day or so, because I should be posting every day except Sundays. Okay, good, I got that. But anyways, so yeah, I should be posting a lot of videos in March, for any of you that are, you know, wanting more, I guess, but they're going to be shorter videos. Like I said, I might not be posting Bloons Wiki 5 Deluxe Edition right at the beginning of the month, but I should have at least 1 or 2 weeks of 3 videos, so I should have 6 to 9 videos of Bloons Wiki 5 Deluxe Edition up in March. But then I'm also going to be returning to Bloons Tower Defense Battles and Bloons Monkey City, hopefully, again. And then I'm also going to be starting Bloons Super Monkey 2 in March. And then, in addition to that, I'm going to be posting Surgeon Simulator, Race the Sun, and what was the other one? Hearthstone Hopefully I'll be posting those videos. I still only have 1 week recorded for that, so that's kind of lame. I was supposed to get a whole month done before March, and it's already like less than a week away. But anyways, I might also record Skyrim, but that one I'm not entirely sure how exactly I'll upload it and record it and all that. So any suggestions would be nice. But what else am I doing at the moment? I should save in this game. That's one thing I should do. But what else? I should probably maybe be posting another video before March, or like on March 1st or something. The TMI tag, basically the too much information tag thing. Just someone I'm subscribed to posted the TMI tag, and it's slightly because they sort of tagged me, and mostly because I just wanted to be tagged. I'm gonna be participating in that, I suppose. What round is this? 23? Oh, well then I don't need to get that. I can sell that. But anyways, the TMI tag is basically like a get to know me tag that I did previously. I don't remember how long ago that was. But I'll basically just reiterate or what's it called? Repeat myself when I'm talking about my schedule and all that. And I did lose a couple lives, but that's not a big deal. I'm going to use a boomerang thrower and get a bionic boomer and glaive, not glaive ricochet, but glaive thrower. But this is not the round I thought it was. For some reason I was thinking the lead round came right now, but apparently it's not. So anyways, what was I talking about? The TMI tag video, I haven't recorded it yet, but I should record it and then upload it either on March 1st or sometime before March 1st, maybe sometime around then. And I guess I could say it now, because apparently I'm so fond of repeating myself. You may have remembered me talking about the Peregrine glove at some point, sometime, but the Peregrine glove was something that I first heard about in VGHS, the Video Game High School web series thing, I guess you could call it, by Freddie W. And I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but gotta clear my throat a bit, I suppose. Trying to talk and not have silence, but anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, right, VGHS, made by Freddie W. I might put a link in the description if I'm reminded and or I remember. But it's a really cool web series thing that I really enjoy. First season, in my opinion, I think is better than the second, but still both are good, both worth watching. And I think it was only in the second series, or second season, that what was it? The Peregrine glove was used in the thing. And basically, the way I would describe the Peregrine glove is it's kind of like combining a mouse and a keyboard and putting it into a glove, if that makes sense. Basically, it's a glove that you wear that has sort of like pressure points on your thumb that you press against different parts of your fingers, if that makes sense, like other pressure points on your fingers that act like hotkeys for your keyboard, and then also like the movement of your hand works like a mouse somehow. Way back when VGHS Season 2 came out, and when it was announced in the Peregrine glove and all that, I thought like, oh hey, that's really cool. And then back then I only had like maybe 100 subscribers or less, and I sent a message on Facebook to Peregrine, and I was like, oh hey, you should totally give me one of your gloves for free, and I'll talk about it in a video and stuff. I didn't really think they'd reply or anything. It was just, you know, something that'd be kind of cool if they did reply or whatever. But what was I saying? So they did reply saying like, oh hey, you should check out our affiliate program and blah blah blah, basically like sponsorship type of thing, where I use a glove in my video and talk about it, and then they give me money for the people that buy it using my referral link or something. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to talk about that, but I am talking about it, and if anyone finds out that I talked about it, I could always just take down this video and then like re-upload it with me talking about it edited out, if that makes sense. But anyways, I really hope that doesn't like void my contract or whatever, if that is a contract or whatever, however you would phrase whatever it is. Anyways, back on topic, kind of. That was quite a few months ago, and in case you haven't noticed, I haven't talked about Peregrine glove very much at all since then, and that's because I didn't have one, and I still technically don't. But I recently came into a bit of money, totally legally, and yes, honestly, it was totally legally, not illegal. Anyways, what was I saying? So I did have enough money to actually buy the glove because they didn't just give me one for free, which makes sense, you know. They shouldn't just give away gloves for free. But anyways, so now that I ordered one, should get it within 3 to 7 business days, so then I'll actually have it to talk about relatively soon, and then that is also what I'm going to be talking about in my TMI tag video thing, possibly, if I have it by then. If not, then obviously I'll just talk about the same thing I'm just talking to you about now. So, anyways, let's see. As far as this game goes, as far as, you know, the thing that I'm actually supposed to be talking about, 2 ninja monkeys and 2 glaive bionic boomers, bionic glavers, perhaps? I don't know. Bionic boomers with glaive ricochet, not glaive ricochet, glaive thrower, bionic boomers. I don't know why I'm having such trouble talking. But anyways, what am I talking about? This is my strategy, having 2 of each, because the boomerang thrower monkey type people are obviously pretty good at just destroying everything, and they have really good attack speed, which is really important on this track in particular, at least this part of the track, because the balloons are invincible while they're in these these tubes. So, or tunnels, tubes. I think this place is Tubular, the name of the track. But anyways, good attack speed is really important here, just because they're not on the screen for very long, so you need a really fast attacking tower. Also like the Bloons Wiki masters, but and then right here is where a lot of the, you know, was where a lot of the track is within the range of the towers. But anyways, this is round 45, so I'm going to get some Moab Maulers. Just 2, as you might have guessed, because I'm building 2 of everything else, pretty much. Because the Moab Maulers, well, actually, well, I only have enough money for 2 of them, but Moab Maulers will do quite a bit of damage within this small amount of time. I think the Moabs are immune to the immunity of the tubes. Like, I think you can hit the Moabs while they're in the tubes. Yeah, so that is very helpful. But then obviously the ceramic balloons inside aren't immune to the immunity, if that makes sense. So that's always a problem. But anyways, let's build a monkey village, which I might actually still buy a second one of, partially just to what's it called? Come on. Why is my brain not working? Partially just to keep in the habit of building 2 of each thing, because, you know, that's cool, which makes me want to talk about something else that probably shouldn't talk about in a YouTube video, because, you know, then there's hate and all that, and haters and whatnot, which I kind of feel like addressing. There was one person, I don't think I should call them out by name, but they'll probably know who they are, that comment, I saw that they commented to comments on one of my videos, then they're using, I don't know, it feels weird to talk about it, even though I feel like I should talk about it, even though I kind of also feel like I shouldn't talk about it, but anyways, they're using some foul language, which always sounds weird to say foul language, because then it makes me feel all, like, old-fashioned and whatever, but anyways, so I just removed their comment, and if that person is listening, if you continue to do that, I suppose there's not really any other way that I could warn you, I guess. I mean, I guess in this video, I mean, I've talked about it before in other videos, but it wasn't on a very recent video. Anyways, I'll try to give you some more warnings, but then if it just keeps up, or if it gets more and more hateful, then I'll just ban you from the channel, because it feels like a really bad thing to say that I'll ban someone from my channel, because that seems like it would, like, strike fear into people's hearts or something, but you know, obviously not to that severity of striking fear in their heart, literally, but, well, not really literally. How can you do that literally? Anyways, I don't want it to just be like this hovering fear in everyone's mind that they might get banned for saying one wrong word, but I do want to enforce that you at least try to be nice in your comment, because sure, I would also like that you be nice in your words when you're talking to people in real life and all that, but at the very least, if you're on YouTube posting a comment or sending a text message or something where you're typing it out, take the time to know what you're typing, and preferably take the time to make the decision to be a little bit nicer than you usually are if you are mean in your comments, because it's really not that hard to just, censor yourself a bit. And it's not like, taking away your freedom of speech and all that. It's just, I'd like you to be nicer about it. You could still say a negative thing, just you don't have to use cuss words and stuff. And I don't know why I keep talking about it, but it is just kind of a big deal for me when people do or do not cuss and all that. So, anyways, let's get this second spike factory getting there, going there and stuff. Just again because there's two, and I might get another monkey village just because. So basically, my strategy for this level is, like I've said, using 2 of each. 2 Bloons and 2 Masters, 2 Glaive Thrower Bionic Boomers, 2 Moab Maulers, 2 Spike Factories, and yeah, I'm gonna build a second monkey village, even though at the moment it's just about useless as a second monkey village and all that. And I really don't need to buy these upgrades for it to make... It doesn't make any difference to buy these upgrades, except for like one reason. Well, maybe 2. The upgrades also increase the range a little bit. Maybe it is still just my imagination, but it does seem like it increases the range a little bit when you buy certain upgrades, which is kind of interesting. But what I'm going to do is hopefully upgrade it all the way from the Monkey Town to the High Energy Beacon if I have enough money, or enough time to get enough money. And then try to use that to have 2 high energy beacons, and having 2 of them would be helpful because then I'm decreasing the cost of it for one thing by quite a bit. Well, at least at the moment I'm only saving 700 cash, but then I'd be saving like 1,700 and then like 19 or 29,000 pretty much on each of them, so that's like 6,000 that I'm saving, I think, rough estimate. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, another reason why banning someone from my channel would be kind of bad is that then, I'm getting less views because there's less people watching. But one, I've only banned like 2 people from my channel, which now that I think back on it, I probably should have given them at least a little bit more warning or something. But I've only banned like 2 people, so if I only ban like 10 more in the next year, then I'm not really gonna have a problem with that, because having those 10 less views per video isn't really going to bother me if it means that there's less hateful comments and stuff. And again, I don't just ban people on a whim. I, make sure it's for a decently good reason. But anyways, I'm not sure if I should keep talking about that, because that seems like something that people don't really want to hear about. But anyways, well, I guess I probably not that I should continue, but I shouldn't feel bad for talking about it, because then it is basically the only way I can warn the people, because I don't really want to comment on their comment, because I don't want to keep that comment on, and I'm not sure if I comment on that comment and then delete their comment, if it'll still tell them my comment, if that makes sense. I guess I could send them an actual message on YouTube, but not sure how reliable that'll be. I could try that out next time an issue occurs or whatever. But anyways, let's see, what else is there to talk about? I guess, this is getting kind of longish, not really longish, but talking about the whole 2x2 type of thing, it sort of reminds me of the whole Noah, 2 kinds of every animal on the ark thing. And one, just because I'm talking about what my religious beliefs are doesn't mean I'm trying to influence you. I'm just telling you what I believe and all that, and not trying to convert you or anything. Don't be all like, blah blah blah, shoving the Bible down our throat. It's like, no, I'm just talking about what I believe. Gosh. Anyways, not that I've ever actually had that kind of comment on my videos, but anyways, the whole movie Noah thing that's coming out somewhat soon, and wow, that was not what I expected. I just lost. I could have sworn that my defenses would have been good enough for that. But let's see where I saved. Yeah, end of round 62. Let's see if I can sell stuff. No, I'm not going to have enough of that. So, let's rebuild that so I don't have to lose that much money. Well, I actually don't need it yet. Oh yeah, someone said they wanted a balloon chipper. I'll try the balloon chipper, and I'll try it with a 2-3 upgrade. How much does this cost? 8,000. So I can buy a second balloon chipper for 2-3. And let's see how well this does on round 63, because I don't think I've ever tried using Bloon Chipper on round 63. Specifically 3 Bloon Chippers. And wait, this is round 62, so never mind. But anyways, what was I talking about? Alright, the movie Noah that's coming out. Like, I get that when someone makes a movie about like a biblical story type of thing, it is usually pretty hard to get it past Hollywood because if you're trying to make it true to the biblical story, then there's a whole bunch of different not like versions, but like factions or sects like branches of religion, I guess, that may have different interpretations, and that's kind of like, how hard do you want to try to please which version people agree on, I guess, if that makes sense. And was that enough? Yes, it was. It was enough to, well, no, it was almost enough. It was kind of, it was enough. It was enough to thin the herd, basically, so that the spike factories were strong enough to defend against it, kind of. I think I just lost some lives, I'm not sure. I'm probably going to lose some lives right now. And if I do, I'll just restart. And yep, okay, go back to the menu to try to do this again. So let's see. I'm gonna sell these because they didn't help enough. Let's just throw in an ice tower. That should be good with an Arctic frost. And you know what? Even with a viral frost, how much did that cost? 13. Austin. Anyways, let's get a second one. Not gonna be enough for an Arctic wind, but let's see, because that slows down the balloons and freezes them to take off a layer, and then keeps them in place and all that. So that's actually really helpful on round 63. Just really helpful. Just again, really helpful to have. So I'm gonna definitely upgrade this to Arctic wind. Maybe save up for an Arctic frost, even though I really don't need to. It's just, again, with the whole 2x2 type thing. But what I was saying about Noah and all that is that basically whenever you're doing a movie about a biblical story, there's always all a bunch of kinds of controversy and all that. Even when you're trying to stay close to the actual story from the Bible, and then if you try to go off script, as you might call it, and they try to make it like a action-y, relevant to today type of story, specifically with the story of Noah, because of how pretty much controversial the story is when you really think about it. People really don't do very well at keeping it close to the Bible, because I'm sure that, like, I'm sure on every account of any biblical story, they'll always say, yeah, we're trying to keep it as close to scripturally accurate as possible, but really they're just trying to make a buck in Hollywood. So that always ends up bad, because the whole, I feel like I'm just talking about the situation without actually discussing the situation, which is not really like a situation, it's just, you know, a topic of discussion while I wait for this game to end, because I'm pretty sure now I have a good enough defense to, well, I probably don't have a good enough defense to defeat a ZOMG. This is barely round 65, so I've got 20 rounds to save up money and all that. But anyways, with the whole Noah thing, it's pretty bad, because essentially, well, I don't know. I'm not sure if essentially is the right word to use there, but as far as I would interpret and believe the story of Noah, I would say that the message is about how mankind became so wicked that God wiped out all of mankind except for one man and his close family, because he was righteous in God's eyes, not necessarily sinless, but just he was actually good, I guess, if you could use that word, kind of slightly, not perfect obviously, but I don't really want to say just like good enough, but I don't know how to exactly say that. A man after God's own heart, I guess, is a term that people would use, that I guess I would use too. But anyways, and again, if any of you are like anti-religious and angry at me for talking about this, you can skip ahead in the video until I'm not talking about it, or you could just fast forward or mute it or something. I don't know. But what was I talking about? Alright, so that whole storyline of people being bad and being the world being punished or judged, basically. A lot of people don't like to hear that in Hollywood specifically, and I say in Hollywood, but I just mean like in the movie business and in the general public. People don't like to talk about being judged, especially when it means that the entire population of the world, except for a few handful, gets destroyed. So the movie goes on about this like turf war, basically, of Noah building the ark on some other guy's land or something. So then that guy is gonna start a war to fight Noah, and it's like, no, I don't think that's anywhere even implied in the Bible, and that has nothing to do with what the main message is. And they might be like, oh yeah, we'll throw in that main message in the 5 minutes at the end of the movie before the credits, or like the 20 minutes at the beginning or something, but no, you can't just do that. It's just, no. And I'm not sure what else I can say about that movie except no. It's just no. So yeah, that's how I feel about that movie and stuff. So anyways, clearly not a sponsor. Not a sponsor of the show and all that. Not really a show, but if I ever do get any kind of like sponsorship, I'm definitely gonna let the sponsor person know that I'm gonna be honest with how I feel about whatever sponsorship product or whatever it is. And I'm definitely gonna let you guys know that it is sponsored, unless I have to sign some kind of agreement saying that I can't tell that it's sponsored, and if that's the case, then why would I do it? Anyways, so yeah, I don't know really how to continue from there. Kind of didn't want to talk about it because I know that a bunch of people are going to be upset, or not really a bunch of people, because not a bunch of people watch, but if any of you do have like upset complaints and stuff, just try to be nice in your choice of words. I don't mind if, I do slightly mind if you're like all upset and angry about me talking about it, but I'm not gonna like ban you from the channel just because you disagree with my religious beliefs. That's fine, but just try to be nice with the words that you use when you disagree. So yeah, you can disagree with me. That's totally fine. Obviously, I would like for you to not disagree because that would be great, but I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So let's move on. These balloons are really bad, not bad, but getting slightly on my nerves because they keep not getting popped completely, or they are getting popped. It's just because they're within the tube, the other towers aren't able to pop them. So I'm going to be gluing them, or I'm going to be trying to glue them before they go into the tube, so that the glue will actually start popping them, rather than just keep getting stuck in the tubes and all that, which I'm not going to be able to get all of them, obviously, but at least a few of them to try to slow it down. And of course I need to get the balloon dissolver at least, just to increase the popping rate so that the regrow balloons don't just start multiplying, especially the ceramic regrow balloons. Those are a big problem. But I should try to get a couple more Moab maulers, or at least something else anti-Moab-y. Anti-Moab-y? Really? And something Moab-busty? That makes sense? That probably sounded worse. But, let's see. So, what can I sell? I want to sell stuff so that I have enough money to do more stuff. I could just sell another ice tower, because I really don't need the second ice tower, and that's gonna make me want to just sell the second of everything. But no, I'm not gonna sell the second of everything, because that would be, you know what, I'm just gonna sell this to you. Oh man, I am really bad at this whole not selling thing. Let's just throw in a super monkey. How about that? Because that'll be great. It'll be fun stuff, and I don't know why I said fun like that. Random comment. Random tangent, I should say. I think it'd be really cool to learn sign language, even though I say that, and then I make no effort to actually learn sign language. Kind of like a lot of things in my life. I'm like, oh, that's really cool, and then I make no effort to actually do or make or whatever the thing is that I said was cool. But I think it'd be really cool to learn sign language. One, because if I ever meet someone that only speaks sign language, then it'd be great to actually communicate with them. Not sure why or when I would ever meet someone that could only communicate through sign language, just because I don't actually know anyone that only communicates through sign language. But then also I could communicate with people from across a room if it's, well, maybe not quite across the room, but like if it's really loud at some kind of party or event or something, then I could just, you know, do sign language and then talk to them that way, and not have to worry about other people like listening in on the conversation because I'm yelling, and then like the music cuts out right as I say something really embarrassing or something like that, because that'd be great to avoid. I don't think it's ever happened to me, but kind of. So yeah, knowing sign language would be great. I'm just really bad at doing things that I think would be great for me, because obviously I have so little motivation. It's so sad. I also like to learn how to speak in like a British accent or something, which, again, I know that a British accent isn't very descriptive. It's kind of like saying an American accent, because that can mean a southern accent, like a California dude type of accent, or some other kind of American accent that I'm not, like a Jersey accent type of thing. But sort of the posh British accent, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's actually how you would use that word, but just because I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who, and they use the word posh a lot, and I didn't look it up, but I was looking up how to speak in a British accent, and someone explained what the term posh meant or where it came from. And I heard it, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I'll remember that forever. And then I kind of remember what the word stands for. But basically like a fancy British accent. Or I was going to say like English accent. I'm not sure if it would be English or British, or which one would be more correct as far as like the posh accent, or however you would say that. I feel like I'm just insulting like all British people, or anyone that lives in the UK and or England. And I'm so uncultured. I'm not even sure if England is in the UK or part of the UK, or how that relates. I am really bad, and I apologize to anyone that I offended by not knowing whether or not England was in the UK. I'm pretty sure, but now I'm really unsure, because I feel like as soon as I say, yes, this is whether or not it is or isn't, then it's gonna be like, dude, really? You really think that it is and or isn't? Like, I don't know. I'm really bad at knowing other cultures. I'm kind of a stereotypical American in that way, which is just kind of sad. So again, I apologize. And if you would like to educate me on whether or not England is part of the UK, or is the UK, or is in no way affiliated to the UK, that would be much appreciated. So yeah, I should buy something in this game. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't, because I don't have enough money for anything that great. So, let's see. I'd also like to learn Japanese, and again, I'd like to, but I'm probably not going to make any effort towards actually learning Japanese, just because I'm really lazy, and I've got a lot of stuff that I'd like to do. Long list of stuff that I'd like to do. So that makes me want to not pursue any of it, which is a really bad mentality. It should make me want to pursue all of it, because, you know, life is short and stuff. Well, not, life is pretty short, I guess. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about, oh yeah, I mentioned it in a video a while back, and I mentioned it on like a YouTube comment from someone, but just the idea of looking back on your life and thinking like, man, I could have done better, like hindsight is 20/20 type of thing. Like, just how awesome it would be to go back in time to when I was a kid and then just relive my life better and make better choices and everything. But then instead of focusing on the past and thinking I could have done better, I should focus on the future and think I can do better. And instead of living my life in a way that will make me regret it in 15 years, I should live my life in a way that in 15 years I would look back and think I did my best. Which is a really long, complicated way of saying I should do my best to live and make good choices and all that. Because obviously, living and making good choices is pretty good. And again, I'm just going to go on a slight tangent, religious topic and all that. And again, if you don't agree with my religious beliefs and all that, that's fine. I'm not going to be angry at you or anything. I'd prefer if you didn't get all angry at me. I'm just giving you a warning. I'm going to be saying something religious related. So, I don't know why I'm giving such a preface or not barrier, like a forewarning for what I'm going to say, because it's, I mean, it's not like at least for me, it's not like a huge, groundbreaking thought, or it's slightly, probably controversial or something, I don't know. But anyways, with all that much ado about nothing, or all, what's the term? No further ado, I guess, which doesn't really apply to what I'm saying, because I just keep getting on random tangents and distracting myself from actually talking about what I said I'm going to talk about. But anyways, what I was going to say is that, according to my belief, for those of you who are saved, then this is the worst life is going to get, or life on Earth is as bad as it's going to get. And for those of you who aren't saved, life on Earth is as good as it's going to get. So while I don't want to encourage sin, like I'm not trying to actively encourage sinning and living a life however you want to and all that, if you aren't saved, then yeah, live it up, basically. Like, if it wasn't true, if the Bible wasn't true and all that, then yeah, living the way that the Bible says to isn't exactly the best plan. But then again, if it is true, then yes, it is the best plan, and you should not just live it up and all that. So I don't know what the point of me saying that was. But anyways, this is already round 83, so the next round I know is going to be a bunch of Moab class balloons. So I'm actually going to waste money by doing that. Well, the next round is going to be a bunch of Moab class balloons, so I can actually sell this, because I'm not going to need the ice tower for a bunch of Moab class balloons. It'd be helpful, but not really that important. And I think the high energy beacon is going to be a little bit more important with all these Moab class balloons, rather than the ice tower, just because of how that works. So yeah, that's nice and stuff, but I'm kind of skeptical on whether or not I'm actually going to win this round. So I'm going to use his ability, because it's really helpful, and then buy that thing, and I kind of feel like selling something else and buying the other one, but I'm not going to, because I don't really have anything else that I can sell that would be a valuable sell, I guess. So, ZOMG, Big Balloon Sabotage, half health, not a big deal. I could easily take down 4 BFBs, so that one ZOMG was not a big deal. I didn't even need the spike mines. Well, maybe I do need the spike mines, but I didn't need them that much. So yeah, and you know what? I'm actually not going to go to round 90, just because I'm not entirely sure how much time I have to record, because I'm doing this like late at night, kind of. So, just to recap, if any of you are still listening, I'm going to be ending my February uploads, at least for Bloons Wiki 5. I might not record an upload for the first week of March, but whenever I do return, that week will be Switch, Mount Magma, and Lightning Scar, unless I decide to do a bunch of viewer challenge videos to make up for missing so many viewer challenge videos. So, if you really want me to do a viewer challenge video, then send me your suggestions. If you really don't mind if I don't do any viewer challenges, then you probably shouldn't send me a suggestion. I will try, even though I haven't been doing very well before. At the very least, the next Bloons Wiki 5 Deluxe Edition video will be a viewer challenge. Whenever I record it and upload it, I have no idea, but the next one will be a viewer challenge. And I will be posting a bunch of stuff in March. So, that's it for this episode. That's it for February. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in March.